guys, so I'm back again today with another College 101 video. This one's going to be pretty quick because most of the things on this list are self-explanatory. But today's video is just ways to not look like a freshman. These are really simple tips to help you fit in faster at school and to help you just streamline into the new culture that you're immersing yourself in. They're pretty easy. They really are. I don't think any of them take too much time or effort to do. You got something on your nose. Come here. Is it still there? She got something on her face. Ew, it's on me. What is it? It's a bug. You got a bug on me. Ah, it's on my bed. Ew, gross. Anyways, I don't know where I was. So yeah, since I completely lost where I was because Bella brought a bug on my bed, let's hop into this list of stuff. So the first tip to not look like a freshman is one that I'm sure you've seen on the internet if you've looked at anything freshman related online. And that is, don't wear your lanyard around your neck. It might have been cool in 6th grade. I can't really think of any other time in life that might have been cool. But it's not cool on college campuses. It is the #1 way to know that somebody is a freshman is if they're wearing their lanyard around their neck. It's simple to get rid of that. Just put your ID in your wallet. I'm sure it'll still scan through buildings through your wallet. It does at my school. And if you feel like you need to have a lanyard, put it in your pocket. It's not that hard to do. The second one is to find out the college slang fast and use it. It's different at every campus, but for instance, at my school, if you are going to the student center or the cafeteria or the marketplace, which is the name of the actual cafeteria, you don't say any of those three things. You say, I'm going to the MP. That's just what they call it. They shortened marketplace into MP, and if you call it anything but the MP, then you know you're a freshman, a transfer student, somebody new, or someone who doesn't go there. It's so easy to just catch on to this. If you're at freshman orientation, there's going to be an upperclassman there. You can ask them about the slang, and if you're moving on campus early, then your RA is going to be there, and you can ask them about the slang. So the next one is to figure out your campus and the way that it works and the way that you get to and from different places before classes start. If you only show up to school 2 days before classes start, then you need to spend those 2 days figuring your campus out. If you're going to a school with a really big campus, it's important that you at least figure out where each of your classes are for that semester. Everything else will kind of come as you get into the school year and as you make new friend groups and you go to different places. But for the most part, the most important thing before classes start is to just know where your classes are. You don't want to be the person who walks into class 15 minutes late and tells the professor, sorry, I didn't know where this class was. The next one is something that I've mentioned in a previous video, and that is leave your high school gear at home. If you show up to school and you're wearing a high school shirt or your varsity jacket on the first day of classes, everybody's going to be like, oh great, it's a freshman, they don't know what college is like, they don't, whatever. And it's not that you are expected to know what college is like. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that if you don't do these things, then you're going to be a failure as a freshman in college. That is not it at all. These are just tips to, help you assimilate as best as possible. And when it comes to your high school gear, you can bring some of it, as I mentioned in the other video, but don't bring it with the expectation of wearing it. You're gonna get so much new college gear from your family, from your friends possibly, for just moving to the university. The university or college might give you free gear on move-in day. That's most likely what's going to happen. So just leave your high school stuff at home and start building up your university, college, whatever gear. So next is you need to make sure that when classes do start that you don't get to class too early or too late. So if you show up to class too late, people are going to be like, oh great, they got lost. Or they didn't know how it worked, so they got food too late and then they were late to class. But if you show up too early and then you're the first person there when the professor walks in or when the next person walks in, it's going to be kind of awkward. Now, if you're the kind of person like me where you like to arrive before things start just so you can get your crap together, you can get organized, that's okay. But if you're getting to class 15 minutes early, you need to slow down. I tend to leave my room 10 to 15 minutes before class starts. Now, keep in mind I live on a very small campus and you can get to anywhere on campus in 10 minutes or less. But I tend to leave my room 10 to 15 minutes before class starts and then get to class anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes before it starts, and then I spend that time to get out my organizer. I spend that time to get out my planner and my notebook for that class, and prepare any assignments that need turned in by hand that weren't turned in online. But if you're showing up any more than 10 minutes early, you are just far too early and you need to slow down. And even 10 minutes is pushing it sometimes, but I did have some classes where everybody showed up early to talk and interact with each other. One of my Christian ministries classes that I had, people literally showed up 30 minutes early so that we could all just sit around and talk about life, and that was so cool. So if you have a class with that kind of environment, then showing up earlier than 10 to 15 minutes is okay. But for the most part, try to keep it at 10 minutes max. And then obviously if you're showing up late to class, nobody likes you, so please be to class within the first minute of it starting, and you might even find that some professors will lock you out of their room if you show up late. So just do us all a favor and show up on time every time that it's possible. The next one is another thing that I talked about in a previous video for College 101, and that is don't go home all the time. And this isn't necessarily something that makes you look like a freshman, but it is something that really makes freshman year difficult. If you go home every weekend, every other weekend, even sometimes once a month, then you are cutting yourself off from opportunities to develop friendships and to grow. So basically my suggestion here is to stay at school at least for the first month straight. Do not go home at all in that period of time. That's the time where you really cultivate your relationships and friendships and grow and get into new organizations and groups. And this is where you're developing your first wings flying away from home. So please try to stay at school at least the first month. Don't go home. I don't care if you're 10 minutes away from home. Stay at school. And then the last one, this is just something that I'm gonna throw out there, and then I'm gonna make an entirely separate video for later on for College 101, and that is a way to not look like a freshman is to not gain the freshman 15. Now, tips on how not to gain the freshman 15 will come later on in the video all about the freshman 15, but I just wanted to throw that in here right now so that you could be aware of it and know that a video is coming on that soon. So that is all I have for you guys in this College 101 video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, concerns, or requests, leave those in the comments below too, and please feel free to subscribe. I would love for you to do that. I have much more coming your way this summer and as I get back to school in the fall. So until the next time I see you guys, see ya.
My glasses.
There's they are. These are really simple tips to help you fit in quicker. Is that even a word? From your family. Also, if you have any comments, obviously.